Well, we've got the trailer down here, the enclosed trailer. I'm going to start emptying this building. As you can see, I've got plenty of stuff in here. And my goal is to get rid of probably, hopefully, about half of this junk. And then everything I'm keeping, I'm going to put in that trailer out there. And see, we just took a load of furniture yesterday in this trailer and emptied it in the new building. So now we got an empty trailer. So now everything I want to keep, I put in this building, in this trailer, and then we're gonna move that building once it's empty, and then replace all the things I took out that I want to keep, and then probably donate or sell the rest of the stuff. I moved my solar panel. As you know, it was up here on the roof. I moved it down because, see, this tree is getting all these leaves now, and I wasn't getting any sun. So now I got some power enough to have some light in this building while I'm trying to get stuff out. Oh, where to start? Let's see. I guess I'll start with this junk here. Start with the front, get everything out of the floor, because it's hard to walk in here. As you can see, there's just a little path going to the back, and I need to decide what to get rid of. Oh, I just started getting stuff out. And when those doors are open, you can really see all my junk. And you can even see the camera won't pick up everything in the back. But I got one thing in here so far, because, you know, every good redneck needs a archery target. So that's what I packed in here. I haven't even used this, but maybe probably 20 or 30 times. I mean, there's not that many holes on the front, and there's a few on the back there, but my parents aren't too fond of me using this, especially in our neighborhood, because, I mean, when you shoot that crossbow off, if you don't watch what you're doing, that arrow can go about anywhere. So I'm careful about using it. Well, I got my light working now. Got the solar panel up. Alright. Well, I'm going to get this stuff here in the front. I want to keep this golf range, and I want to keep this heater. See, that's my problem. I've got plans for things that I want to use. See, I've been reading, I listened to the audiobook of Marie Kondo. What's it called? Marie Kondo's something about organizing stuff. I don't know. But she said, I think I've already broken some of her rules. She said to keep, let's see, what did she say? She wanted us to focus on what we want to keep instead of what we want to give away or get rid of. So I'm going to have to do that. Only focus on what I want to keep. I got to remember that. And see that. And I have a hard time getting rid of books because, well, that's one thing she talks about in her book, that people plan to read books in the future, but then it might be a few years, so then they just keep it on the bookshelf and then might never even read it in the first place, and in the end. And anyway, you can read the book if you want to. It's Marie Kondo, something about keeping tidy or organizing. I can't remember the name of it, but it's I think it's her most famous book, so it shouldn't be too hard to find. I'm going to get back to sorting. I'm going to focus on what I want to keep, and I need a specific purpose for it. I think that's what Marie Kondo told me in the book. Or I guess her translator told me, because I don't think she even speaks English. I think she wrote it in Japanese or whatever language she speaks, and somebody translated it. Which is why some of the concepts don't make a lot of sense to me, because I'm a native English speaker. And anyway, you can read it for yourself and figure it out if you want to. You'll know what I'm talking about probably when you get to it. Like when she's talking about folding her clothes and thanking them for their service to you. You know, it's kind of I think it's a Japanese cultural thing that she's talking about. And then probably got confused in translation anyway, so whatever. I'm going to start loading. Well, I thought I'd show you this. I did this earlier today after I made the first video a while ago. And I've got some things in here that I really want to keep. I've really debated about what to keep. And I know this thing is not the best clothes hanger, but I need something to put my clothes on, you know, to store them. And that little plastic thing, you know, I can put them in a shed and they won't get as dusty as they would, or moldy, or get moths in them. So, I thought I'd show you the stuff. I mean, it didn't look like much though. I spent probably about 3 hours this morning just sorting through stuff. And now I just went back to my aunt's house. She's fixing to sell her house. So she had a few more things that she wanted to give me. Or, well, she said, you know, she's getting rid of everything. So she said, you don't have to take anything you don't want to, but you can take something if you think you want it, or you can use it. So I got some things. And I got eight small gas cans, which I don't know what in the world it could be in them, because some of them have, it sure smells like gas, or it could be kerosene, or who knows what kind of gas it is. And so I'm not sure if I'm gonna even use it, because the last thing I want to do is put it in a car engine or even a lawnmower engine and mess it up with using the wrong gas. So I'll probably just burn the gas or in a fire, or take it to the hazardous place. But burning it sounds a lot easier. Just won't have to keep that a secret. I don't think the people, the environmental people, they probably don't care if I burn it out here. Well, what they don't know won't hurt them. So I'm gonna get this stuff unloaded. And oh yeah, and she was getting rid of these plastic bins. She had these in the junk pile. And I said, well, you're not going to use these plastic bins? And she said, no. And I said, well, I'm going to take them then. And there's a sewing machine. It's in a cabinet sewing machine. And I think I've shown my other sewing machine. It's in a cabinet thing like this. But my grandma used this sewing machine, and my aunt wasn't sure where it came from. And then I've got in that other building right there, I'll probably show it in a later video. I've got one from my first cousin once removed. It was her sewing machine. And then I've got another sewing machine, which I bought from like Goodwill. So I've got 3 sewing machines now that I can think of. We did have another one, but I think we got rid of it. So I'm going to get this unpacked. I got several. There was a bunch of kitchen supplies I just couldn't pass up the offer my aunt was getting rid of. And she said she was getting rid of it, and I said, oh, well, don't throw it away. These little recipe box. I can get recipes in there. I left these little tins. There's some more of them down in there. Whoops. Knocked that over. Got those camera stands. And this is a 4-gallon sprayer. And there's a typewriter in there. Like I needed another typewriter. For those of you who've seen my typewriter collection, you know I don't need another one. And I got this little rack and some plates from a Quaker meeting that my great-grandfather was a pastor at. Yeah, I think that's the one. Center meeting, yeah. So, well, like we need any more plates. We've got plenty of plates with churches on them already. But anyway, that's what I've been doing this afternoon. I'm going to get this unpacked and put some of it in this trailer because I want to put some of it in storage, and those plastic bins will be just great for what I'm doing. Well, today's May the 15th, 2019. Day number 2 cleaning out the building. I've got some more stuff in the... Well, you can't see it because I'll show you in a minute. So as you can see, I've got the stuff from my aunt's house. You know, I was showing you yesterday. Well, actually, it was probably the last clip that you just saw, because I'm going to put all these clips together. And so I'm getting all this sorted out, and I got to get this stuff out of the middle. You know, I think if I can stack it up and put it in here like a puzzle, I can get the most stuff in here. And I hopefully can get every one of my belongings into this trailer. It's, 7.5 feet wide, and I think it's 16 feet long. So that should be plenty of room to get all my belongings. I mean, I'm only 20 years old. How many belongings do I actually need? Or, I mean, I haven't collected that much. But I'm going to get, my goal is to get rid of about half of that stuff in there. Well, I've already decided pretty much that I'm going to get rid of, well, I'd say probably 95% of my VHS tapes, because those things are just a pain to lug around, and I don't even use most of them. I mean, I've watched a few on the VCR, but you know, it takes time. Just like those books I have, it takes time to read and watch the tapes, and I just don't see any need. I mean, just the volume of VHS tapes I have, I don't think there's any way I'm going to be able to. I mean, I'm going to have to spend months just watching VHS tapes if I watch all of them. I mean, there's really no way I could watch all of them unless I just devoted a lot of time, and I don't want to spend that much time on watching VHS tapes, because once I spend that time, there's no getting it back. I think they're putting a roof on over there at the neighbor's house. I drove by. Well, there's another road that joins the other properties behind us. I drove on that road. Saw there were some people on the roof over there, but I can hear them through the woods. I don't think you can see them. But I think you can hear them hammering on the roof over there. Anyway, I'm going to work on getting everything out of this building at least into the grass, and some of the things into this trailer. And I got to decide on what I'm going to keep and what I'm going to donate or sell or get rid of or burn, or who knows what I'm going to do with it. Oh, this is exciting times here at the house, at the sheds, whatever you want to call it down here. I don't know if I showed you. I took the lawnmower into the garden area over here, and I think I put it on the lowest setting possible at the first. Then I started throwing out dirt from the lawnmower, and I was thinking, oh man, I just sharpened those blades. I don't want to have to sharpen those again, so I pulled it up a couple notches. But it almost looks like I took a tiller through there. That lawnmower really cut close to the ground, which is what I wanted, because now I don't have to mow it for a while. Okay, I'm gonna quit talking and get back to cleaning. Well, I've got a load of stuff to bring up here. I just got here, opened the back of the hatch and stuff fell out, so I figured that was a good thing that it didn't fall out on the way here. Of course, I mean, I was going just from back. You can see the trailer from right here. See, I'm moving stuff up here. Well, see, I call this the library now because, as you can see, all these books over here. I've got books there. I've got books down here behind that cot. Books over there and up there and on this shelf. And I've got about, I don't even know how many books I've got in there that I brought up just now from the shed. From down there. They were in that building right there. So, I'm going to get this stuff organized and probably put some of this other junk in the library / pool house. The building I'm in right now. And see what happens after that. I just put this new bracket in. Well, it's not a new bracket, but it's new to this shelf. So I hope I can put quite a bit of books up here. And see, I had 3 brackets on this bottom shelf. Well, I moved all these plants up here. They're about, I don't think any of them are worth keeping, but they look like they're about dead or past dead. But see, I just took that bracket off, and I was thinking, well, see, it was already leaning. I don't know if you can see, but this shelf is like leaning this way a little bit. And you can probably see it right there on the corner. You can tell it's slanted. And I think that's from I had typewriters. Well, I think I had typewriters on this shelf. And I left them there for a few months or longer than that. And I think the bracket's bent. It was so heavy. So, I'm going to avoid that shelf for now, as long as I can, with the books. I'm going to try to keep books on this shelf and this shelf up here. And if I need to, put them right there on that shelf. And I've got a little bit of room over there. My great-grandfather actually built that bookshelf right there. It's pretty nice. And I've also got room down back behind the recliner there, if I need to have some more storage, and as well as down here. But those shelves are so narrow, not narrow, but shallow, I guess you'd say. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to put on those shelves. Well, I'm going to get back to work. I even added this little newspaper article that was already in a frame, so I hung it up on the wall here. And it's my grandfather's here on the left. And I don't know who this man is. Chuck Bergman, but my grandfather's Lyle Dillon. He was like one of the first people in Greensboro, North Carolina to buy the Honda Insight. So I think he might have been the first person. That was October 29th, 2000. So I'm not sure. It probably tells. Oh, it says gas mileage ranges from 50 to 70 miles per gallon. Well, that's pretty good even for today's standards in 2019. Well, I tell you what, it's looking a lot better in here. If this door would keep open. Now, I don't have anything propped against it, so now that, well, the sun's on the other side of the building, that's why it's a little bit dark in here. Oh, but I've been trying to get everything. I got all that stuff out. All the stuff in the main area of the floor here, I've been trying to get out. And, of course, this chest, I think I mentioned that in a previous video. This chest is going to my cousin as of right now. I just have to take it over there to her house. So I'm going to get that out of the way. And I've got a few more things. I mean, most of this is Well, no, I shouldn't say that. Some of it's going to go in the trailer and go over to the new undisclosed location. But this is what it looks like so far. I mean, I've got all these, I don't think I showed all these bins. I've got these bins labeled with different whatever's in it. I got plenty of kitchen supplies. I got kitchen supplies from my grandpa. He moved. Then when my grandma moved, and now my aunt's moving, so I got plenty of kitchen supplies. Cause yeah, here's kitchen number 1. Got camping supplies that overflowed into that box, and CDs and DVDs, and you know that my uncle just committed suicide about a year ago. I've just been getting all his CDs now that they've been cleaning out the house, and so now I'm gonna have to sort through those. I don't know if I'm gonna keep all those CDs. Where are they? Oh, here they are. See all this in this rocking chair? These are all CDs and DVDs and cassette tapes here in this bag. But all that down there, that's CDs and DVDs, these 4 bags, and cassette tapes. See, I've got all kinds of stuff like that I don't, you know, it's nice, and I don't want to just throw it away, but do I really have a need for it? And that's what I've been asking myself as I've been cleaning out these buildings. So anyway, I don't have much time left today to clean. It's 2:30 right now. It's, what day is it? May 16th? I think that's right. It's Thursday, I know that. I think it's May the 16th. Yeah. So I'm going to go get the yard mowed, the rest of it mowed. I'll have to go over some of it again because some of it I went too fast on it, and it didn't get quite cut up like I wanted it to. So that's the progress I've made today. I hope to make some more in the next week or so.